Hello, you guys. I hope you are all well. Welcome to what is once again supposed to be Makeup Tales Friday. I know this is like nearly almost a week late, but be glad you're getting it, okay? Okay. Anyways, Valentine's Day is nearing. I didn't even realize how close Valentine's Day actually was until I looked at my calendar a couple days ago, and I was like, what the heck? I was like, Valentine's Day is already next week? What the freak? Yeah, I was shooketh. And so obviously with Valentine's Day being next week, we are going to be doing a Valentine's Day inspired look. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to try. I got the wrong brush. Anyways, for this story, this is Ghost in the House. All right. Let me scroll down here. All right. Let's get into it. Mystic has always been into the paranormal and has experienced a fair number of encounters throughout their life. Recently married, they and their spouse Charlie. Hold up. Okay. They and their spouse Charlie moved into a beautiful little house in a quiet neighborhood. They'd only been living there a short time when they started noticing strange things. Oh no. Okay, I think I made this a little too thick, but we're gonna fix that later. Gonna have to darken this just a little bit. Okay. Anyway, the first happened, while Charlie was upstairs in bed and they were downstairs watching television. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Suddenly, he ran into the living room and asked if they had just been in the bedroom. They answered no. Oh shit, I used the wrong color. Oopsie. So that's not the right pink I wanted to do for that. Whoops. Yeah, suddenly he ran into the living room and asked if they had just been in the bedroom. They answered no, and Charlie panicked. Hold on. Oh, wow. Hold on. I did not realize how bright this was. This is very, very, very bright. He said that as he had been lying in bed, someone pushed the blanket up so his feet were exposed, and a cold hand had caressed his foot. Okay, I'm actually really liking this idea so far. This is actually coming out pretty good. But could you imagine yourself in this situation? You go downstairs and ask your spouse, hey, were you just in the bedroom just now? And you're like, no, why? It's like, I felt I felt the blanket move and a cold hand caress my foot or feet. What would you do? Like, honestly, what would you do? I seriously don't know what the hell I would do. Like, I really don't know. Anyway, to avoid the spirit, they moved their room to a different room. To a different bedroom, sorry. To avoid the spirit, they moved their room to a different bedroom in the house, but the activity continued. See, that's just the thing about it. When you live in a house that's like supposedly haunted or whatever, moving around in different bedrooms is not going to help because there's a reason why it's called a haunted house. If it was just like one room that was haunted, then it would be different, but it's not. Anyway. They heard heavy footsteps going up and down the stairs. Bowls and pans would spin clockwise on the counter. Dark, full-bodied figures would walk past the bedroom door and vanished. A knife was once lifted and thrown across the kitchen by an unseen force, and the dogs would bark into the corners of the house. Dude. At that point, you need to try to see if you can stay with, like, just check into a hotel. Check into a hotel immediately, because this is fucking crazy. Once they even looked up into the window of the master bedroom and saw an elderly woman staring down at them. Yeah, check into a hotel immediately, please. Honestly, never thought I'd be doing a look like this, but this is actually really pretty. It's coming out very, very, very nicely. Eventually, the young couple had enough and talked with their neighbors to learn about the history of the house. It's the first thing you probably should have did before you moved in. But, I mean, hey, you know, you don't know where I was going with that. I know it sounds like I'm judging. I'm not trying to. I'm gonna just be quiet and just move on. They learned that the house had been built in the 1970s, and the elderly lady who owned the house before them had died at the age of 101. Could you imagine, like, living for that long? Honestly, me, like, I could not imagine. I'm gonna have to fix this in just a minute, but I thought that's not as good, but we're gonna fix it later. The two had no doubt, I almost read the wrong sentence. The two had no doubt this woman was the spirit tormenting the home, so the writer decided to go upstairs and make peace. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I was supposed to do the hot pink first and then do the... And then... Okay, yeah, no. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? We can! Yay! Okay, I'm gonna have to do this off camera, so I'll be right back. Alright. They informed the spirit they intend to remain in the house and they promise to keep it nice. They offered to help her cross over, but also said she was welcome to stay if her presence became more peaceful. Hold on, I have not used this micro brush from NYX in forever because I'm so used to using the other one. So let me add a little bit more detail real quick. I don't think I'm gonna add a whole lot. Yeah, I don't know why I repeated that twice. What the hell? I'm not gonna add a whole lot. This is supposed to be just like a fun little look, you know? So the brows are gonna be a little wild, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they always are, but that's besides the point. Okay, I gotta freaking be more careful with how much hair I take off with my eyebrow razor, because I feel like every time I do the top part of my brow, it like, now that I'm like really looking at it, I feel like I kind of just like went the wrong, or not went the wrong way, but just like kind of just, I just think it was the way I angled it. Anyway. They offered to help her cross over, but also said she was welcome to stay if her presence became more peaceful. That's what we left off at. Since then, the couple has been living peacefully in the home, and the old woman occasionally makes herself known. Okie dokie, y'all, and that was Ghost in the House. Show you the look. This was actually surprisingly fast, but I only used 2 colors, you know? Well, actually, no. Sometimes when you're doing a look with 2 colors, sometimes it might take hours. Sometimes it may only take like 30 minutes or so. This actually didn't take me that long, which is actually very good because I was not trying to be up all night doing that. But anyways, so Ghost in the House. Let's talk about it. If my computer decides it wants to work. Okay, so Ghost in the House. Okay. So there's not really this story. The only thing that gave me the creeps was when her husband had asked if she was in the bedroom, and then when she said no, and he had responded with that he had been lying in bed, and somebody had pushed the blanket up to where his feet were showing and felt a cold hand caress his foot. That would immediately make me jump out of my skin, like 100%. Yeah, that would freak me the freak out, dude. And then, let's see. Dark, full-bodied figures. Who are these dark-bodied figures? That's my question. It's like, yeah, you're seeing dark, full-bodied figures, but who are they? That's my question. That's a little... No. Next thing. A knife that gets lifted and just... Like I said, it is time to go out and check into a hotel. Because you are a fool if you think that I'm going to stay in this house any longer. First, I would have left immediately after I got my foot caressed. That would have been it for me. Lastly, this doesn't really have to do with the whole paranormal stuff. It's just, for me, some people are okay with living in places where, where spirits reside. Me personally, I would not do that. But to each their own. Different strokes for different folks. At least this story has a good ending. I mean, not that the other stories didn't have so much of a good ending. It's just they didn't... I really don't know how to explain it. But, I mean, some stories do have a good ending. Some don't. Not in terms of death, but just more of they're not the same after what they experienced, type thing. But that's all I gotta say about this. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have not already, make sure you comment, like, subscribe. And I know it's Tuesday, but y'all will get Tuesday's upload tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Good night.